grab that there. Oh, he just pulled it right there. Ah, no way, no way, no way. What's going on, y'all? Capt.Collier here. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, starting this intro, we got a little bit different change of scenery today. I'm out here with my buddy Tanner Dees with Dolphin Island Fishing. He actually just started his own land-based charter company here out of Dolphin Island, Alabama. And I just literally walked up, the rod's going off. I pick it up. I don't know what we got here, but
I can guess.
Probably a black drum, but I've literally been fighting this fish for 5 minutes while he's getting the camera gear all set up. Feels like a pretty decent fish. I gotta say, this is pretty fun. I mean, I've only been here 5 minutes doing this. I'm already hooked up. But don't have to hook the truck up to the boat. Don't have to worry about launching it, cleaning the boat, none of that. You literally just bring some rods out here. What'd you have on here for bait? Some fish bites?
Shrimp and fish bites.
Shrimp and fish bites. Massive rod right here. I think we need to take this offshore one day.
The old 8-footer?
Yeah. There he is. You might be able to see him. He's coming up right there on the sandbar. And this is actually what, the fourth one y'all caught since y'all been here?
Yeah, we just released one when you walked up. And we're 4 for 5. If you bring this one up here.
We'll touch that leader, that way I can caught fish. Alright, y'all check out that drum right there. See, you use shrimp for bait. Circle hook right there in the mouth doing its job. Should be able to just get that out, wiggle it out. There we go. Tell us what we're doing here, Tanner. I mean, what kind of fish is this? I actually think this is the first black drum that I've caught on this channel. And hopefully be putting on the YouTube. But
yeah, big old black drum, man. Just out here in the surf, throwing some big old Sputnik weights with some frisky fins. Got the fish bites and the fresh dead shrimp. Just throwing pieces out there, getting everything way behind that bar. And there's a big school of these guys out there, and we're just trying to pick them off one at a time.
You can see why we also call these big uglies. They definitely do not have the prettiest mouth, but these beach drum are actually not bad looking, man. I mean, they're pretty. Kind of pretty. Big tails, and that's where they get all that power from. And you can't hear him right now probably because of the wind, but he is drumming. I'm going to get him back in the water, but I'm going to let Tanner do it because I don't want to get wet.
And I'm already
wet. Paying him good money for this. All right, Tanner, so after just landing that fish, tell the people, I'm sure, you know, they've probably seen some other beach fishing videos, but maybe not. So what kind of rig we got here? What kind of setup? What are we doing?
So I'm running 20-pound braid here. This is just a 20-pound leader, hand-tied by frisky fins. They got the bobbers there with the attractors on it. Then I got a fresh piece of shrimp, just fresh dead shrimp. And a small piece of fish bites there. This is a fish bites crab piece. This is a fish bites shrimp piece. This is a 4-ounce Sputnik weight that holds us down there when we make that cast. And so I've got this paired. This one in particular is a 10-foot Daiwa beef stick, and it's with a BG 5000. And it's just so that we can get out there and hold a lot of line in case we hook any big redfish or sharks or anything like that. You know, you got to kind of fish with this bigger gear. One, to make the cast, but two, in order to be able to catch these fish on the beach, you know, and kind of put some heat on them. So yeah, it's good stuff, man. Pull them back over the bar and get them on the beach for some cool picks.
That's right. Got one bar sitting out here, and we're trying to cast these baits past this bar, correct? Because that's kind of where they like to cruise at and look for crustaceans and shrimp, because drum are opportunist feeders, and they'll pretty much eat just about whatever, you know, that's got some smell. Or that's right. So y'all, this was about 10 minutes after we just hooked that other fish. We had another bite. Tanner got all these other rods set up. We're on fish number 2 since I've been here, 15 minutes or so. Looks like probably another black drum. These fish are just tanks, man. I mean, it don't matter what size they are, 10 pounds or more, they're just gonna fight until the end. Just feel like dead weight.
One of the coolest,
it's like a bulldozer.
One of the coolest videos that you have, in my opinion, is catching that black drum on the cane pole.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite catches by you on camera.
I mean, you pretty much have a cane pole right here. We could go do that just without the reel.
I wouldn't trust these rods not to break.
Tanner, talk to the people about your trips you're going to be running this year. I mean, you're going to be doing trips like this off the beach. You're going to be doing some docks, hit docks and stuff for Sheep's Head, maybe some shark charters or something.
Something like that, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to get into the shark thing or not. You may or may not have to have specific permits to do some of that stuff. So I'm looking into the shark stuff, but I'm definitely going to offer surf fishing charters where we're going to come out here just like this, set up an array of rods. I'll take care of bait and everything and get wet just like I am for the boys right now.
That's right. I will say though, give a disclosure, we probably walk maybe
3/4 of a mile.
No way that's 3/4 of a mile.
3/4 of a mile.
Okay, I'm gonna say a mile. That's what it felt like anyways, walking through the sand. But that's the only downside. I mean, other than that, just come out here, and especially in the summertime, it's gonna be steady action. I mean, you've got bluefish, ladyfish, speckled trout, pompano, Spanish, black drum, redfish.
It's gonna be hectic out here in the summertime.
Yeah, steady action.
Wintertime, you know, you come out here, you catch some whiting, some redfish, some pompano, maybe, definitely some black drum. It's kind of been the go-to for the wintertime stuff. But, oop, we're on.
Ah! Hold that thought. All right, we're doubling up. Oh, we just popped it. All right, Captain. He broke it. Felt like. I didn't even tighten the drag.
I feel you.
Yeah. Probably a shark.
Lean towards the shark.
That's what I get for saying the S word. Oh well. Rig me up another hook there, buddy. Aha! I like it. Now I just need this one to go off.
Before I was so rudely interrupted by Brandon's break off, I was also going to tell you guys that I'm offering island tours for people that don't want to go fish, or maybe people who just want to ride around, have a good time, see a pretty sunset.
Yep. You did get your nice golf cart. I'll put a picture of it right up here, so y'all will be casually, comfortably riding around, possibly, you know, get a cold drink in your hand, have a good time.
Maybe, maybe not. It's up to you guys.
But we're saying all this, basically, if y'all are coming down and you're not from the area and you don't want to get on the boat or go with me, Tanner right here, we'll be glad to take you. I'll have all his information linked down below.
Even if you do want to go with Brandon, I just got some guys that booked you on May 25th. They called me and want to go do this on May 25th.
Yep, making a 201 special. It's big Christmas by the time you get this fish in.
I told him to play it so he doesn't lose it like you did.
I can't help it, he's got teeth. Put wire leader on there. A lot of times these fish will feel bigger than they probably actually are just because you're having to bring them over the bar. And you got so much scope out with your line. But I mean, you can tell that's definitely a decent fish.
These are some of the rigs I'm using, you guys. 5 frisky fins, just the old pompano rig and a whiting rig.
Yep.
15-pound fluorocarbon on the whiting rig, 20-pound fluoro on the pompano rig.
I've got one of these in my drawer that I probably had for 3 years.
They're awesome.
Because I've told myself I was going to come do this and I never did it. That cold? It's 65 degrees, 60 degree water temps. Look at that big nasty, son. Yes, sir. God, look at the width, just how thick that fish is, man. Yeah, big old fat tail. Like I said, this is where to get all that power from. That was probably, what would you say, 12-minute, 13-minute fight?
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yes, sir. Since we aren't keeping these fish, you do want to try and be as quick as possible on the release, and that girl is gone. Yeah, I do believe if I was a fish, I would eat that too. I mean, it just looks like a piece of candy. Smorgasbord or some candy corn or something. Oh yeah, I'd definitely eat that color. Yes. My finger. We kind of mentioned it earlier, but this is called a Sputnik weight, right? And so The purpose of this crazy spotter looking weight is to hold this whole setup in place. It kind of acts as an anchor and digs into the sand.
Traditional pyramid weights, they work great. And they definitely do the trick out here for me from time to time, but days where it's a little bit rougher, a little bit more consistent wave action, these really do a lot better at keeping your bait down.
Oh yeah, shoot. I mean, I'd probably use that even if it's, I mean, unless it's just flat calm out here, like any kind of little surf like this,
right, yeah.
Probably helps a lot because we got the wind blowing, it's gonna add scope into the line. You got the waves crashing, current.
No doubt about it.
It just kind of holds it in place. Show us the cast.
Yeah, you got it.
Show us what we can do with this long rod. I mean, he is sending it out there. Right where that last wave is breaking out there is where the bar ends. Weak. That was weak. You can do better than that. All right, so who's next? I think we're getting a bite.
You're next.
Was that a bite or am I going crazy?
No, you're going crazy. You'll know.
No, watch it, watch it.
Okay.
Hold up. That's a bite. That's a little interest in our. Oh, here he goes.
Yeah! Yeah, you broke off.
He'll come back. He'll come back.
It's gone.
I think these knots is bad. These knots. What is this, 30 pound? 20? Well, that was pretty crazy. I would just turn the camera on right after he threw this rod out, and I was like, all right, who's getting the next fish? It starts screaming. Then this rod starts going off. Got broke off on that one. There's some kind of toothy critter around, probably a great white shark or something around. We do have those, by the way, out here in the Gulf of Mexico. We've seen them as close as 10 miles off this beach. I think he's got a hardhead catfish.
You really got to play these fish.
Hardhead catfish. The customer has now become the deckhand. I am tying pompano rigs. I knew this was going to happen. Got that fish up yet?
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! I made it this far, this long without getting wet. There he is. Y'all, look at this fish I just caught. Big nasty. Good job. You got a little mess going on right there. All right, let's get old Capt.Collier a picture here. They're crushers right here on the outside. This is kind of how they get their grip and grab all the crabs and everything else. And then somehow, if you can see further down his throat, you can see his crushers, and that's what they use to crush all them blue crabs and everything else that you see people using for bait. I'm gonna go ahead and get them back in the water though. Yeet! She gone. So Tanner, normally I would say these fish aren't schooling fish, but it seems like more often than not in the wintertime, like the colder months, usually December through February, these fish just kind of really run in schools along the beach, just like they're doing right here.
And I think you can find them like in the bayou where you fish a lot, schooling up in that deep water, you know, piling up on some sort of crustacean.
Yeah.
Or maybe even eating, you know, small fin fish or something like that. I mean, they piled up in schools in that area. We've marked them up in there. But
Yeah.
I think more times than not, a lot of times I'll just catch one or two lone rangers. You know what I mean?
It's kind of what it seems like really in the summertime a lot. I think mainly the reason we don't catch a whole lot in the summer is just because everything else gets to the bait before these guys do. They're kind of slow at finding it. They use a lot of their smell. Don't really have great eyesight from what I've heard. I mean, I don't know what fish see, but they really just go off smell. And as y'all seen us earlier talk about those whiskers that they have on their chin, it's kind of like their feelers where they're just swimming along the bottom and hopefully looking for something that smelly, tastes good for them. But I think we're gonna try and catch one more, and we're probably gonna wrap this video up. And so y'all, this is the bait that we're using today, fish bites. If y'all watch the channel, y'all know that I throw the fish bites brawler a lot for flounder. And this is just their, you know, artificial shrimp basically. And they've got different flavors. They've got electric chicken, easy shrimp, shrimp and the white flesh. I don't really use these a whole lot just because I don't do a lot of beach fishing. But I'm sure Tanner is gonna go through hundreds of packs this summer because these baits simply work and they're easy to use and they stay on the hook very well, which is why they're so prevalent here along the Gulf Coast. Hooked up, baby! Oh, this is crazy. I mean, we can't let a bait sit out for more than 5 minutes without it just screaming. All right, I'm taking it real easy. I ain't gonna get cut. I don't want to pull no hooks. Double up, baby! That was a weird bite on that one. Y'all, you just gotta love the steady action out here on the beach. This is the first time I've done this in a long time. I gotta say, I might be back to do it again. You know, even though these aren't the most edible, great tasting fish, they just put up an epic fight. And especially for people who don't do this very often, this would be extremely fun. Shoot, it's fun for me. Yep, this is my last one. I gotta go to the gym this evening, so I don't wanna use too much energy, you know. Plus that 2-mile walk back to the car. I don't do cardio. There he is. Help me out there, buddy. Grab that there. Oh, he just pulled it right there. Catch him! Ah. No way! No way! No way! No way! No way! No, you didn't! No, you didn't! You are got to be kidding me. Did y'all just see what just happened? That is probably the first time that has ever happened. I'm still in disbelief.
The second time I've done it today.
The fish just pulled the hook right there at the beach. Tanner's over here freaking doing the whatever you call it.
Arrow, baby.
Let me hold this fish up.
I'm out of breath.
I would be too. This poor fish. I'd say that's probably almost just as epic right there. Super fun fish. We're gonna get a quick picture.
That was cool.
Yeah. Oh, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. Got him.
You suck.
Oh. Watch, now it's probably really gonna go off. Gonna be the boy cried wolf.
Look at the gold top on it.
Yep, that fish is pretty right there. Oh man, oh, that's so cool. Y'all, this fish right here is actually really pretty for a black drum. I don't know if y'all can tell, but its dorsal fin is gold. It's like orange gold.
Like that today.
It almost looks like a hybrid redfish black drum.
Look at that tail.
Broom tail.
All right, let's go take her to the ride holder, get a fish.
Well, Tanner, I surely appreciate you taking me out. The tables have turned. You have actually took me out on a trip and put me on some fish, and I really enjoyed it. It was a good time out here.
Glad you had fun, man. It's a good way to come out here and just relax. You know, none of that extra work. Just hang out with the boys.
The hardest part is to walk out here.
Catch a few fish.
It's been a fun time. It's been a fun time for sure. And if y'all want to come do this, what we did today, or all the other trips that he's gonna offer for the summer, I'll have his info linked down in the description below. Y'all know we've been fishing for pretty, what, 2 years, 3 years. And he's a good guy. Definitely recommend him. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. If y'all want to see Tanner do the old Jack Sparrow and hook some more, some more fish that get off the hook at the beach. Y'all be sure to go check out some of these videos right here. We'll see y'all back out of the water next time.